What a beautiful day it is. Monsoon is here in Pune, clouds above my head, and right by my side is the green monster. Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. I am Abhinav Bhatnagar and we are here in this beautiful weather to review this beast, the Dominar 400 BS6. Special thanks to James Bajaj Hadapsar for giving us the opportunity to ride this bike. You can visit their dealership for best offers on Bajaj products. So let's jump right into the review. But before we go ahead, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring that bell so you never miss an update from Rev Explorers. And you can also go ahead and check out our social media handles on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. Links will be right here. So as you all Dominar lovers out there would know that in 2019 Bajaj came out with the third iteration of the Dominar 400 with some big changes, and the BS6 Avatar takes it forward with BS6 emission norms. So in the front you get the same monstrous LED headlamp with these fat 43mm upside down forks, and you get the radial MRF Revs tire with the Dominar 400 mounted on a 17-inch alloy. The front tire is of 110/70 section and it also gets dual channel ABS. So you get a 320mm disc brake in the front and you get these sweet looking diamond cut alloy wheels. From the side profile also it looks the same. I love this Aurora green finish, the masculine fuel tank, and under this Dominar badging is the same 13-liter fuel tank. And the Dominar 400 gets a claimed fuel efficiency of 30 kmpl, so you can get somewhere around 27 to 28 in the cities. And the Dominar 400 is powered by a 373cc triple spark DOHC engine which is fuel injected and is liquid cooled. And this engine delivers a maximum power of 40 PS at 8650 rpm and a peak torque of 35 Nm at 7000 rpm. Now to make it BS6 compliant, you get a CatCon fitted, but then you cannot see it because you have this big engine cowl over here which hides the CatCon behind it. The overall ground clearance of the bike is 157 mm, so it is slightly lower than the other Bajaj motorcycles, but it can easily do normal off-roads like this, and because this is a sports tourer, you can easily take for high-speed cruising on the highways. And with the Dominar 400 you get the split step-up seat with the Dominar badging on the split seat. Seats are comfortable enough, and to make your ride more comfortable you get this Nitrox charged monoshock suspension which is adjustable. With that, it is the masculine power of Dominar 400 which this twin barrel exhaust delivers. Want to check it out? And this fat tire in the rear. So you get a 150/60 section tire which is a radial tire by MRF called MRF Revs, and it is fitted on a 17-inch diamond cut alloy wheel. Now to complete the dual channel ABS you get a 230mm disc brake in the rear. The only thing missing on the Dominar 400 is the switchable dual channel ABS so that you can turn off one channel as per your mood. At its tail is the same LED tail light and the LED turn indicators. The complete bike sits on a perimeter frame and weighs 184 kgs, which is just 4 kilos heavier than the Dominar 250. And to keep the Dominar 400's weight in check, you get the dual aluminium cast swing arm, unlike the box type swing arm in the Dominar 250. It's time for me to hop on the saddle and tell you about the instrument cluster. So it is easy to get on the bike. Once you are on the saddle, it is easy to get both the feet on the ground. My height is somewhere around 5'10" and I can easily get both of my feet on the ground. The first thing I notice about the handlebars is, because this is a high-speed cruising bike, the razors should be slightly more higher so that you get a comfortable stance. Right now I have to slightly bend to grab onto the handlebars, and if I stand up on the bike it will be more difficult for me to ride it. So on the right side of the handlebar you get the kill switch, you get the DRL switch. I felt that instead of this DRL switch, Bajaj could have given a hazard light switch for a better usability. And then you have this self start switch. On the left hand side you get the pass switch, you get the headlight controls, you get the turn indicators control, and you get the horn. And I still request Bajaj to give a dual tone horn instead of this single tone horn. Does not really suit the personality. And just like the third generation Dominar, you get two digital instrument clusters. So one is the main over here and the other one is on the tank. So in the main digital instrument cluster you have the tachometer, speedometer, fuel gauge, and it displays other informations like refuel, side stand indicator, or your dynamic fuel consumption. And below this main digital console you have the other indicator lights like neutral, ABS, engine malfunction. On the secondary digital console you have the time, the gear shift indicator, the odometer, and I guess the trip meter. But I guess with a software update you can shift few of the informations from the secondary display to the primary display, because this secondary display is not that useful. Once you are wearing a helmet and you are riding, this display is barely visible. And to complete the Dominar's design, you get these two beautifully casted rear view mirrors. It's time to take it for a spin. It's time to take it on a ride. But don't forget to wear your helmets and follow all safety rules when you're taking your bike on a ride. What do you think? Has anything really changed? Apart from the motor now being BS6 compliant. Well, back in 2019, when this iteration of Dominar 400 was launched, we were not able to get our hands on it. So here it is now, and let's start with its ride review. Do you know why this motorcycle is called a sports tourer? Because it offers the best of both the worlds. So when it comes to the comfort, it is like a tourer. Wide handlebars, slightly forward set foot pegs for comfortable riding stance, and adequately padded seats so that you never suffer on long rides. And it is not just the rider seat, but the pillion seat as well. You get a good room and comfort if you wish to take a +1 with you on your weekend adventures. In fact, you get bungee cords below the pillion seat to mount saddlebags. So Bajaj thought it through and kept in mind all the aspects of riding to make it a perfect tourer. Because of the comfortable riding posture, you have no stress on your back or shoulders, and you can easily enjoy the ride. If you remember, few minutes back I said it is a sports tourer. Well, the sports kick in when you bring this 373cc engine to life. The bike does not hold back. It is super smooth and fun to ride. I really don't think anything has changed in the powerhouse, apart from the fact that now Dominar 400 is more close to Mother Nature with the BS6 compliance. It gets a very happy revving motor which doesn't hold back when you pin down the throttle. It just progresses effortlessly and delivers throughout the range. But the real fun starts from the mid-range. The power punch is absolutely amazing, and it is even astonishing because it is an Indian motorcycle. With this new twin barrel exhaust, the note has become even more bassier, which makes the riding experience breathtaking. There are no complaints at all in terms of performance. The bike is smooth to ride, the vibrations are next to nil, and what you can feel are on the top of the hill, which are not that bothering. You can do triple digits without any issues on this bike. The performance gets even better with the slipper clutch, which is very light and helps you quick downshift even from triple digits without bumping or locking your rear wheel. However, the clutch travel is slightly long, but it is not that big of a deal. Because of lighter clutch, you will not have any issues in the city traffic. And then there is this buttery smooth 6-speed gearbox, which is happy to up or downshift on your tap. In terms of safety, the Dominar 400 is assisted by a dual channel ABS, The brake bite is really amazing, like you need for gaining confidence on this bike. The feedback from the rear brake is slightly low, but then the front brakes are really good. You get this good bite which gives you confidence that you can come to a halt even from triple digits. In all, the brakes are powerful and the ABS won't intrude till the time it is needed. To make it a perfect package, you have these good suspension setup with 43mm upside down forks and the Nitrox Charge monoshock in the rear. They make this bike very agile and easy to handle. You can maneuver it in traffic, and in the corners you can also bring your knee down. It gives you that confidence, and when you are on high speeds, the suspension will feel slightly stiffer to keep the bike stable and planted. But when you are on lower speeds, they will absorb the bumps very easily, and this is the real beauty of a sports tourer. So as I already said, this bike brings you the best of the two worlds. It has that sports performance in it and is wrapped in this comfortable tourer profile. The fit and finish of this bike is absolutely premium, so you won't see or feel any compromise in the build quality of this bike. Bajaj has made sure to package and deliver everything with the Dominar 400 at such aggressive pricing. On your regular 5 days, you can use this bike for city commute, and on the weekends, you can use it for your getaways, even with a +1. It is a proud bike for us Indians because Dominar has managed to do some really long rides in some very harsh conditions across the globe, which is something really impressive about this bike. And sadly, our ride with the Dominar 400 has come to an end. If you feel that the Dominar 400 is a little too much for you, then you can always go ahead with the Dominar 250. You'll get the same riding aspects but with a smaller engine, a better fuel efficiency at a lower cost. And we have already reviewed the Dominar 250. You can go ahead and check out the review by clicking on this card. And if you love the Dominar 400 just like me, you can also own it for just rupees 1.95 lakhs ex-showroom Pune. So it is 35,000 costlier than the Dominar 250, but then you get almost double the power, double the fun, thicker tires, and it weighs just 4 kgs more than the Dominar 250. I hope this video was helpful for you. Give it a thumbs up, and if you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring that bell so you never miss an update from Rev Explorers. If you still have any doubts or queries in your mind, you can just post it in the comment section below, or you can just directly get in touch with us on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. We would love to help you. We'll see you again in the next video. Till then, stay home and stay safe. Bye bye.